So I got nothing.
God, you're useless. What do I even have you here for?
I ask myself the same question.
uh, whoa.
We're in the overworld and we're being attacked by a goat.
That was, oh, there we go. Okay, that was very strange.
We're finally against something of equal level. So
maybe
we're not getting killed.
maybe this was just a peculiarity in my screen, but it was black for me for quite a while there.
It was?
After entering combat, yeah.
Oh yeah, it does that.
That's it.
There's no fancy like battle transition whoosh noises when you enter combat.
No,
or better yet, like a glass shatter effect.
I just mean like I could hear the menu moving, but like, yeah. Anyway, who's this old lady?
Oh, we found a bird lady.
Who is she?
I don't think anyone important.
But she's in her own area on the world map. She must have something.
I think she's one of the like specialist shopkeeper NPCs.
We still haven't
like sells unconventional items.
We still haven't actually shopped at all.
Well, yeah, I don't think we've bought anything, but we definitely visited some shops.
To that note, actually, do you need to buy weapons to like upgrade your weapons and armor, or do you generally find equipment?
You find them. I don't. I think I remember buying some weapons and armor, but the majority of the weapons you're just gonna find them.
Right.
Oh, and yeah, that reminds me. I don't think the weapon selection is all that high, so you could see the sword Ara is using during combat.
Yeah.
And since the weapon selection, since there isn't a lot of weapons to choose from, then each weapon is a different sprite during combat, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so that's a nice detail.
I was actually wondering if like your weapons would have different looks.
Yeah, I think that's only the case for Ara, because like during animations, the other party members don't show their weapons. But it's nice either way. And in case you're also wondering, whatever armor and accessories you're wearing, I don't think that reflects the appearance either.
Yeah, that's fairly typical of.
That's fine. Like I don't want to ruin this character designs.
It is funny because like on the other side of the spectrum, you get your games like Dark Souls where you can mix and match the armor so much that your character just ends up looking completely ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, you're wearing armor for when you're actually making a build, or you're wearing armor because it looks nice together.
Yeah.
But in the case for, I mean, people like to, tout, fashion souls, stuff like that. But at least in my experience, I've seen more people care about stats than their appearance.
I care intensely in Dark Souls 3 about ensuring that my character is effectively cosplaying as Guts.
Okay.
I even have it. I have it already mapped out so that when I go into New Game Plus, he'll be wearing like a basic kind of soldier-y outfit, and then he'll transition over to. It's absurd. It's stupid.
Oh no! Are you wearing a helmet?
Not right now. No.
That's very bad for your Dark Souls 3 build.
Oh well.
Yeah. The difference between wearing an armor and not wearing a piece of armor is massive.
Yeah, well, It also happens to for a lot of the pieces of equipment, it happens to be the difference between my character having a decent roll and fat rolling, because I'm using the 20-pound greatsword. So, oh well. I'm like I constantly tell Spencer, like, I'm not really a person who's very concerned about optimizing characters in games anyway, so.
Right. Well, it depends if it's a single player game or multiplayer, because like, oh well, no, actually, it actually, for me, it depends on whether I've mastered the game or not. Because if I have, then I don't care about stats, because like I'll just blow through it anyway.
Yeah.
That was the case for Dragon's Dogma. Once I hit max level and I was just blowing through everything, I was like, whatever, I'll just put on nothing.
Just wear whatever equipment I want. Or not.
Yeah. I'm getting my ass kicked.
Yeah, our Papel there is gonna burn to death if we don't heal her.
Yeah, that's the type of character she is. She's, I think, closest resembling to a thief character. So low HP,
God,
but high speed.
1 HP. Come on, man. 1 HP justifies using a potion.
That's the philosophy for a high-level Yu-Gi-Oh play. It doesn't matter how much life points you have, as long as you don't have 0. If only I had learned how to acquire more skills at this point in time.
I can't play RPGs that way. I hate having my characters have no health. Like it's one of the first. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I don't like playing Darkest Dungeon runs without any healers in my party, because all my party members end up practically dying, and I can't do anything about it.
Can you play that game without healers?
I mean, to an extent, like.
Well, I mean, like, are you gonna get a decent like distance from the beginning?
It'll be really hard, but it's not. It's generally not impossible. Just because, like, especially if you know how to, manipulate the system, which again it's not something that I generally do. Man, you're not even in combat. You have free reign to heal them.
I'm stingy with my potions.
I hate it.
Hey, is this the first JRPG off the channel?
I think it might be, actually.
All right. So we're gonna see a difference in philosophy with how you play these games.
Oh, definitely, because I think the closest thing approaching this previously would probably be like Shadowrun,
right.
Which is a very different kind of RPG.
A tactical RPG.
But yeah, I can't. Like, if my characters are at low health and I get out of combat, the first thing I do is open up the menu and heal them.
Okay, well, now it depends if I'm using an item or I'm using a spell. If it's a spell, then yeah, I will do that. But if it's an item, I'm less inclined to use.
Like, if I don't have spells yet, I'll just use the potions. Like, because potions, especially in JRPGs, potions are everywhere. You get them all the time.
I like hoarding them.
Like, I get hoarding, elixirs and stuff like that, because you get maybe like 5 of those through the entire game. But like, man, you don't need to be so stingy with the potions.
I'm always like, well, what if I need them later?
It's a potion, man.
And the money I used to buy the potions. What if I need that later?
How much could a potion possibly cost? Like 100 gold?
Well, what if gold is hard to come by? Like, I don't know. I've only been playing this game for an hour. But don't worry, I healed Papel.
Finally.
After, like, at death's door.
Yeah, just sitting there nearly dead for like 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we got a lizard man boss here.
Yeah, this is one of the races. It's lizard man.
Who, of course, are bad guys, I guess.
Yeah, that's what you do with reptilians. Why you're gonna have mammals as the bad guys? No, it has to be reptilians.
All right. I will say, like, I enjoy the variety of races in fantasy RPGs. That's one of the things that I really like about the world building in Final Fantasy XII. Is that, like, everywhere you go, you see all kinds of different, like, creatures and.
All right, so it's not just like, okay, here is where the humans are. This is where the so and so race is.
Yeah, like the main, like the first city that you basically start the game in, like you see all of you see the the humans, you see the Mughals, of course, you see the I think they're Banga or Benga something. They're basically the reptilians. You see the Sikhs, who are pigmen.
Okay.
And then, like, the only other.
I didn't know the game had pigmen.
Well, yeah.
Well, probably because there isn't a party member pigman.
The only other race, I think, that's like that really factors into the game at all are the Viera, which is what Fran is, who is a party member, and she's the sexy rabbit girl, of course.
Oh yeah, those ones. Yeah, that's a bit of a shame. Like, I know FF12 doesn't have a lot of party members, but like if you have a wide array of races and most of them are humans, that's a bit of a wasted opportunity.
Yeah, it is a shame that all of the party members except Fran are human.
Yeah, who happens to be like one of the more human-like races.
Yeah, the sexy rabbit girl with the ears and tail, but otherwise.
Yeah, well,
Still.
that's some people had a problem at first with FF15, where it's like all the party members were young men.
Yeah,
but I think once the game came out, no one really had a problem.
I mean, it wasn't really a problem. It wasn't anything worth getting really upset about.
No, not really.
Like, well.
I think people just like to compare that to like 9, which had a very varied cast.
Well, it's also it is kind of a shame because like it is kind of prototypical of the way that just big budget stories get written anyway. It's like, oh, the default is just a group of guys. Like, there isn't any particular reason that it couldn't have been 4 women instead of 4 men. Like, there isn't really anything in the story that says, oh, they have to be guys. Because the main character is a prince, but there's no reason that he couldn't have been a princess.
But don't worry. Wait, is it out for PC already?
Oh yeah, it's been out.
Yeah, okay, I was gonna say, well, with the introduction of mods, they could just be whatever character you want.
Yeah, and there are a lot of character model swaps out already.
I've only seen the Max one. I haven't actually looked too far into it.
Yeah, they recently officially put out like a mod manager or something like that for the game. And so like on Steam, which is the primary place you can get it on PC because of course, it does have like workshop integration for all the character mods and stuff, and so people have put out all sorts of character replacement mods and like weapon replacement mods and stuff like that.
Replace the Chocobo with Randy Savage.
I don't think there's anything quite like that yet, but they should get on it.
Eventually. Give it enough time. I only mentioned that specific one because it was so proud. Skyrim.
Yeah. But of course,
like one of the first mods I've seen.
The thing is that you can't just replace the Chocobo model with Macho Man. You have to also replace the Chocobo sounds with Macho Man.
Yeah, see if like you can find a MIDI of the Chocobo theme tune and then just replace the sounds in the MIDI with Randy Savage noises.
Well, also like because Chocobos make their little work noises, so you replace those so that while you're riding on the Chocobo, you just periodically have "Ooh yeah" coming out.
Yeah.
You know.
Replace Gladiolus with Randy Savage. It wouldn't be that hard.
Nah, there are some like really like because of course they did. They have like some character replacers for like Dante from Devil May Cry. And then of course there's the screenshot that has been going around recently. That's like, oh yeah, my party in Final Fantasy 15 is Snake, Dante, Donald Duck in a mech, and who was the fourth one? I can't remember. God. No, I don't know.
Battletoad.
It's gone. It's gone. I don't remember who the fourth one's supposed to. But if you're interested, if you haven't seen that image,
I haven't seen it.
You could probably find it just by by Google searching for something like that. It's absurd, and it was a Twitter post that made it get really big, and they specifically had a second image to show off the fact that Donald Duck wasn't just supremely oddly proportioned. Because
he wasn't a mech.
Yeah, because he looked really weird. Also, Popel's dead.
I don't know what I was doing.
He playing this game very well.
Well, to be fair, since the beginning of this episode, I've just been fighting goats and lizard man.
But man, you can't even revive the character that's dead.
I think I do have revive items.
You have at least one. I've seen you pick it up.
Yeah.
See, I can't leave characters dead either because, then they don't get experience.
They don't get XP. Well,
there we go.
That's something that, I don't particularly like that.
Come on. Bring her back to life, man.
I don't know what I'm doing. This is a deleted episode. This actually isn't something I do.
You're about to die.
Maybe I reload a save file, and then this is just filler.
Rather than use a revive, you'll just reload an earlier save.
Yeah, I reloaded a save before I revived her. I mean, before she died.
I feel like, maybe unintentionally, but I feel like you were channeling exactly how to annoy me the most while you were recording this.
Oh boy!
It's like, what can I do to annoy David in
Don't worry,
the
you
recording of this game?
You can get back at me when you play Dark Souls 3.
Man, everyone's gonna love watching me die to the Dragon Slayer armor 50 times.
The main game one or the DLC one?
How about both? Actually, the DLC one gave me more difficulty than the main game one, hilariously.
I don't. I don't see how that makes sense.
Well, you would think it would be easier because it didn't have all the giant.
It didn't have the dragon
guys.
at the background.
But
And also the arena is larger.
But for some reason, it just killed me over and over and over and over and over and over again. And every single time, I had to go back through this entire swamp.
I don't think he's harder.
No, it's not really. It was
I don't even know why he's there. I don't think there's any like lore reasons.
No, it was just there.
I know why he was put there. It's so you could get his armor.
You got some sort of his equipment.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it was his armor or like the ring or something, but
maybe
it was some piece of important equipment from
Dragon
Slayer.
Maybe I'm getting mixed up with one of the patches they made. They added Ornstein's plume on his armor because that they never did for the player since like the first game. He didn't get his plume on his helmet.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It was a late update to Dark Souls 3, which when you wear Ornstein's armor, you get his plume.
Huh. Interesting.
It's just, yeah, you'll never know that you were missing out on it until it was like mentioned.
I mean, like thinking back to my character in the first Dark Souls, yeah, the helmet was just the helmet.
Something was missing. Have you beaten Dark Souls 3?
I am.
The DLC, I mean.
No, I am. Right now, the Ring City has been really frustrating me.
Too hard.
Right now, I'm at Darkstalker Midier or whatever the first part of his name is.
The dragon.
Yeah, and
he is optional boss.
I mean, optional bosses in Dark Souls aren't optional. I have to kill them because they're bosses.
Well, in the context of the DLC.
The whole point of Dark Souls is to kill the bosses.
I'll tell that to the people who refuse to fight Priscilla in the first game.
Well, I've fought her a couple times, but
I don't think I've ever had a playthrough where I didn't fight her, unless it's like I'm attempting a speedrun.
I don't know. I don't use her weapon anyway, so like.
Well, since you can't refight bosses, and like it's midway through the game, you don't get a lot of opportunities to fight her. And I was like, well,
I fought her.
Since I'm here, I might as well just do it.
I fought her my first time through the game, but like on New Game Plus playthroughs with the same character, I just didn't bother really.
Mm-hmm. I sort of felt the same way with Calamite, because I just couldn't be bothered.
That's that's sort of the same issues that I'm having with Midier. Like, that fight is so, like, he's got so much health, and like some of his attacks just do so much damage, and like
that's the problem with Dark Souls bosses that have too much health, and that is the case with a lot of Dark Souls 2 bosses.
Yeah.
In that you're like, it's more of an endurance run than anything.
Yeah.
And since the fight lasts so long, you're gonna see the same animations over and over again.
Yeah, and like Oh, hey, that banner's fallen down now.
Oh yeah, it's because we cleared the hideout.
I was like, I was reading the strategies for Midir and everything, and they were like, oh, you know, if you're a melee character, just make sure you hit him in his head. And I was like, gee, thanks. That's so helpful for me. How?
I was lucky enough to be a sorcery type character, so I used Perpetual Mercury, which is like super effective against it.
All right, so who are these guys?
More bandits, but yeah, for some, I think they call humans in here pigs.
Yeah, they have been. Because they're reptilians. See. Oh. Okay, so this is where we were ultimately supposed to end up then.
Yeah. Red Army still as
the Red Pigs
as present as ever with their airships.
Because of course.
You know, what evil empire in a JRPG doesn't have airships?
I guess it depends on the technology level of the JRPG in question.
Well, if it's like, you know, at least medieval, then they would have airships.
Yeah. Oh. So after we kill this guy,
I think we're done with bandits.
We have the key to get
at least for now.
This little town.
I think after I don't remember. I remember some parts of the story. And since this is like early game, I forget most of this like section.
Well, you just skipped through that.
I don't think. Well, since this game has like a lot of like cinematic stuff, I'm not gonna skip through that because that's the important stuff. Yeah, for some reason, I don't remember. Yeah, I've completely forgot what this part is. I don't know where we're going.
I guess we'll find out next time.